flush this, okay? This one, remember the wire comes out way down here near the tip. We're gonna flush from the opposite end. So now we're gonna take it out.
You can tell a difference by you just holding it, because that one, this is more.
Yeah, well, just a minute and you're really gonna tell a difference.
It looks like that. What's that thing when you checking the oil in the car?
A dipstick? A dipstick? Yeah. More I'm worried about you feeling the back end. So that metal part in the back.
This?
No, that's a stylet. The back part of the balloon. Yeah, all that part. Feel how that's metal? And it's very springy compared. You can't bend it as easily as you can bend this balloon right here. The balloon tip is going to be very similar, or the actual balloon, but the body of the balloon is much different. Much more springy. Feel that difference?
Yeah.
All right, so these balloons, I didn't say that before, all balloons usually come with something called a stylet through at least the tip of the wire lumen. This one, so this is where the wire is going to come out. All right, this is the stylet. We're going to pull that out. To flush this one, like I said, you have to flush from the tip. You don't flush from the back end. I love this little flush tool, but this only comes with your Merit inflation devices, which are these white ones. This one actually has kind of like a little cup. And so you just take and put it gently, and then you start flushing. Where I want you to look is right down here. This is where the little beads of flush are going to come out. See those little beads coming out down here? Okay, so that means I flushed my wire lumen. Now, if you don't have this little nice tool, you can use a 10 cc syringe. But what you have to do is cup around it with your fingers. Put it in, and then try to make a seal, and then start flushing. It's wiggling so much. But you still see those little beads of flush coming out down here. Now, you'll see a lot more flush coming up here. And actually, a Baptist, they call it baptizing the balloon. Some of them come with actually, and I found one on one of them. Here we go. So this one, some of them actually come with a little flush tool. I don't know anybody who uses this, but it's a little flushing tool. It's hard as heck to use because you have to be very gentle. You have to be able to really see, and I can't see where the crap, and try to stick it in the tip of your balloon.
It looks like it could poke you.
And flush it that way. Nobody takes the time to do that, I'm just telling you. But it is there on most of your balloons. I did want to show you that. Now, I have seen some people that don't even flush this lumen. It is best practice to flush that lumen. But what I'm going to tell you, and when I have you do this procedure, I wait until the last thing to flush it. Okay, right before I have to load it on the wire, because I don't want to take it out over here. I told you the story about the very first time I did one of these, and I was prepping it over here on the back tray. Nobody told me how springy this thing was, and I take it out and I go to lay it down or whatever, and it springs right off the tray and it's contaminated. So the way I do it is I leave it in the hoop, and I prep my balloon lumen. Oh, I want to also show you how low profile that balloon is. So see, this has never been inflated. So see how much different? It is very, that's that profile we talked about. It's very, very wrapped tightly. So I leave it in the hoop. I prep my balloon lumen, but I wait until I'm going to load it on the wire to actually do the flush on it. And I will demonstrate that when we do our procedure next week. We actually do the intervention. Okay? Prepping this is exactly the same. So we're still going to connect. Negative. I'm doing this one much faster. And that balloon is prepped. Ready to go in the body. Okay? All right. So, as I said, you all can throw on a gown and gloves. We can put 2 at each table. Well, 2, 2, and